Good morning, I'm Alan Butler with Butler Contracting, and today we were over here in Elgin, Texas doing a roof inspection, and we just want to kind of walk you through what we typically do on a roof inspection and go through a few things on this particular roof and some things you might want to look for if you're looking at your personal roof, or if you're a little scared of heights, or you don't like getting up on the roof, you're not quite sure what you're looking for. We can kind of walk you through this. You might be able to see some of this from the ground, or you can give us a call and we can come out and schedule an inspection and take a look at your roof for you. We are a GAF certified roofing contractor, so we can offer multiple different products to you as well as a warranty of those roofs. So we're over here in Elgin today looking at a roof, and we're going to walk you through some typical things that you might find on a roof when we do an inspection. So I'll kind of run through these. So first thing you want to look for is any kind of penetrations or venting or anything on the roof. A lot of times you have what are called exposed nail heads or exposed penetrations, and these are just holes or penetrations or something that might have had sealant on it before. This sealant's no longer any good. It's dry, rotted, cracked, and brittle. A lot of people like to use tar. It doesn't last very long in our weather conditions. It just gets real brittle and cracks and flakes 6 months to a year, and that stuff's typically done. These are exposed, so water can penetrate and seep through this particular nail head down into the decking and the sheeting into the attic, and then cause a long-term leak. Another big thing we find a lot is old satellite dishes. There might have been multiple ones from a previous owner or something. The old stands are typically bolted in the roof still, and no one ever looks at those long-term, so they might have sealant that's missing, or has gone bad, and that area starts to leak and it starts to curl up and damage the decking or the shingles. Another thing that's kind of interesting on this roof that we found was that someone had done some kind of repairs over here, and they put deck screws or wood screws just into some flashing. Well, there's no sealant on those. There's no kind of rubberized gasket or anything. And what that's going to do is allow for water to penetrate into those heads of the screw, down into the roof, and rot out the sheeting and the decking, get into the attic. This one's not screwed down all the way. I'm sure that one's been leaking over there for some time. Another thing that we're looking for is debris on the roof and just the cleanliness of the roof overall. So water has to flow and have a good, easy access point to get off the roof, and all this debris and damage gets on the roof and it starts to back water up into these valleys and can penetrate into the attic space and into the roof itself. And it also decays and decomposes the shingles, and it decreases the lifespan of your roof. So it's important to get your roof cleaned off periodically to make sure that you don't have additional damages, so you get that full life expectancy out of your roof. Another thing that we found over here, and we see a lot and it's very common in real estate transactions, is tree branches. As these things blow, they're going to scrape the roof and damage the shingles. A lot of real estate transactions, insurance companies will not insure the roofs if they have trees that are near it or touching it, so those have to be cut back. The general rule of thumb is to trim those back 4 feet from the roof's edge. Another thing we found here is there's a hole up in the corner of their roof, so that's definitely something that needs to be addressed and taken care of. It's probably been going on for some time. Obviously the customer and the homeowner had no idea that was going on, but that's something that is a typical day in the neighborhood for us that we might find on a regular basis. So we want to make sure that we take care of holes and penetrations in your roof like that and get those fixed correctly. So here's some ventilation turbines, some wind turbines that vent. These things are not very properly installed. They're pretty loose. A high wind comes through here. Nothing's definitely not secure. The cap's already coming off. We have more exposed nail heads here. So that's something you want to take a look at. This thing definitely was not installed correctly. It needs some work done to it. Chimneys are always a big one. They're a good dam on the roof. So if you've got debris piling up behind it, it's a good place for water to get intruded behind there. And that's something that you're going to have to get taken care of, cleaned up, check periodically, and make sure it's flashed and sealed correctly. Again, more exposed nail heads at the bottom. Those need to be sealed up. Over here we have some wind damage. So there's some old wind damage on this roof. Not sure when it occurred, but we have a dislodged shingle here. This is actually a good example right here of an improperly installed shingle. So the reason the shingle probably failed is from what's called high nailing. And as you see, the holes in the shingle here are above this tar line, and this tar line is the tar strip that allows each shingle to adhere and fasten itself to the next shingle. And you're supposed to put the nails on the tar line, and that does two things. One, it helps hold the shingle in place at a half and half. It also allows that tar to seal that nail head a little bit, and it holds that shingle in place during high winds. This was high nailed, which I'm sure there's a lot of other places on the roof that were like that, and that's why that shingle most likely failed, because the wind and the uplift of it pulled it up and it ripped out. That's a new thing. The nice thing about the Timberline HDZ shingles that we use that are we're certified GF contractors to install, their nail pattern is really wide, so there's a very limited chance that someone's going to high nail or improperly nail those particular shingles on the roof. So that's definitely an added advantage of going with that product. Over here we have some more shingle debris. I don't know exactly where that's from. Could have been from old shingles or something that was replaced in the past. We have a more flat bitumen style roof here, as you can see, and it's got a lot of debris on it. These roofs, flat roofs, are always notorious for leaking, and if you don't keep them cleaned off, another place for them to leak. So I just wanted to kind of point out some of the things that to look for. Out here on the ridge, we have exposed nail heads and nail pops going on. This one's popping out. This one's not sealed, so more places for water intrusion to take place. This house does not have any drip edge on it at all, so what happens is water can hit those areas over time, and I'll kind of go through that. We have some more shingle damage over here, but water can come down. This one does have drip edge, the other side does not, so this is important because it keeps water from getting back up into the decking and the shingles and rotting things out. But this area is decomposed, and there's no underlayment here anymore, so we just have exposed decking getting water rolling down inside there and rotting things out. So there's lots of different things on a roof going on. You may or may not be well versed in or educated in, but I hope this video helps you out today. Cleaning out gutters is extremely important because it allows for the water to properly flow off the roof. So right here we're probably getting a lot of damming and backing up, and then you've got exposed decking up here, which is creating more additional wood rot. So this particular lead pipe jack is I guess unconventionally installed, so it definitely needs a replacement there. But we just hope that this was a few of the points and tips that you can go if you're looking around your roof or see any of these things from the ground. If you're not sure what's going on up there, if you haven't looked at it in a while, give us a call at 8446-BUTLER, 8446-BUTLER, and we'll be happy to come out and take a look at your roof and see if it just needs a tune-up, maybe a repair, maybe it needs a replacement. You may have an insurance claim up there and you don't even know about it. So visit our website at butler.contractor/roofing or give us a call at 8446-BUTLER. Thank you. Have a great day.